one key takeaway is understanding that the vaccine, and if I include biologics with it, is a very competitive field. And if you just take the example of COVID and you look up how many different companies, how many different vaccine developers are out there, there's a lot. So the competition is fierce. And how do you manage competition when it's starting to become that for all the major pharma companies, the vaccines and biologicals are starting to become their major revenue stream, is to develop faster. Is to make vaccines faster and more and cheaper to make. Not cheaper in terms of a cheap product, but less expensive and looking for ways to be efficient. So I think if you leverage technology and what's available with technology, and you leverage the ways of working, which again, I think COVID is giving us a good example of ways of working, one could be faster to the market. And therefore, let's say, and if you pick the right technology, if you focus on it, you could be ahead of your competitors. So, for example, what we know, so over the last 5 years, I mean, the number of let's say automation in terms of platforms, in terms of equipment, so everything is becoming much more automated. How we do things, much more sophisticated in terms of the data collection. And are starting to be implemented in, again, first step through the R&D department, but being implemented in manufacturing. Take single-use technology as an example, which seems simple right now, and you say, well, everybody's doing it. But 10 years ago, there was a lot of questions around, will it work? It's mainstream in R&D, and it's starting to become mainstream in manufacturing. And the benefits of that, obviously, is the cost, or the not investing so much in facilities. There's a cost of fixed facilities and fixed assets is becoming increasing, let's say, difficult to manage. And the concept of one facility, one product, again, no longer applies. I mean, if you have to do it, you have to do it, but people are looking for single platforms in which you can leverage your products in one or two facilities. And that's the direction that we're going in terms of process analytics and eventually industrializing products. I've enjoyed the simplicity, if you will. You can go visit all the vendors. You can sit there, and if you can identify people and link the person with, let's say, their background, you can easily just quickly have a chat with them. So I think the simplicity of it is what's really nice. I mean, the fact that we're sitting here, you're sitting in your place, I'm sitting in my place. We didn't have to organize a cameraman or anything like that to come at a specific place and reduce the sound or whatever noise and find someplace quiet to do it. It turns out to be very simple.